Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your May 2020 reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you so much, and here we go. So, first card out is the Eight of Pentacles. So, working really hard and diligently at something, perhaps at a job, a relationship, whatever situation this is. It's demanding, or was demanding, is demanding of your attention. His smock or apron, as you can see, is very tattered right there. So this indicates that you've been working really, really hard. Not only that, but you've been working hard with a lot of passion fueled behind it. This is the Seven of Rods or Wands. And maybe you've tried to tackle a lot of issues that was involved in this situation, a relationship. You made it to the top of this hill, whatever it is, and you're going at it with full force. You wanted it to work, whatever this was for you. But I do see that with the Knight of Wands and it facing in the direction that it's in, that maybe it was an illusion of this thing that you wanted to work out. That this horse is kind of walking in the new direction. This Knight of Cups, whether this was a job or relationship, it was maybe a little fanciful. That maybe you had your head up in the clouds a little, and that what you were really fighting for and working toward was this illusion that maybe it was a little too in the clouds for you. You over-imagined how it might work out. To put that much effort into something that's walking away tells me that maybe it wasn't meant for you, and that this Knight of Cups, whatever it symbolizes for you, maybe didn't have your best interest. Maybe it didn't match your energy. Because down below it, we do have the Five of Cups, which speaks of some kind of loss, disappointment, and grief. It's important not to wallow and stay in this energy for too long. However, there is the Three of Cups right there, and that shows you that something was knocked down. Sure, it could be a three-party situation. It could just be disappointment. Maybe your friend and you just aren't talking anymore. So you can look down at those cups and remember that, that there's more behind you, though. You have these two cups right behind you. So maybe you're not ready to feel better. Maybe you're still in this place of grieving, and that's okay. It's okay to feel pain and disappointment. But this card is also a motivator to tell us that there is a point where you're going to have to move on. Okay, so take whatever wisdom comes with the Five of Cups, and eventually you'll move on from it. Because down below that, you also have the Seven of Pentacles. And I think as you move forward, you're going to start reassessing where you are placing your energy and how hard you're working and for what. This is a card of taking inventory and stock and looking at the growth that you have been putting all your hard work into. A Seven of Pentacles is not bad, but if you want to get up to the Ten of Pentacles, maybe whatever situation that you were really working hard for, with passion and conviction, that maybe it just didn't pan out the way you thought it would. Okay, so this tells you to stop and just take a really hard look at things, the way they really are. Okay, and then you also have the Seven of Swords. So, looking at both these cards, maybe somebody had stolen something from you. Maybe it's possible that it's literally money. Somebody had stole some funds. If not money, I think it's some kind of security. That this energy is a little deceiving. He's walking away. He's looking over his shoulder. This energy knows always what they're doing. It's not by mistake. So I don't see this as you self-sabotaging yourself for this reading. I really do think that maybe there was just not a very honest person. And he's looking over his shoulder at you because I keep saying he, but he or she knows that there is some kind of deception involved, cleverness. Okay? Nine of Cups. This is where you want to be. This is what you deserve. All your 9 cups filled with satisfaction and emotional stability. This is the seat that you should be sitting in. This is your power. This is your the light in which you want to go toward. This is what you should be working toward. This kind of energy where it's satisfying. He's sitting on that bench. His arms are folded. He is good to go. It shouldn't have you in a place of connecting dots and wondering, like, what just happened? Okay? No more of this energy. We want to be in the 9 of Cups. Okay? And because it's got you leaving yourself trapped in your own thoughts. Like, what happened? Again, it's like this looking back, trying to figure out what went wrong, what could have you done, what should have you done, could have, would have, whatever, all that stuff. You might feel also that you might want to go right back through this water to whatever Knight of Cups this is. Because you might say, like, that was my passion, that was my dream, that was my job, that was where I wanted to live, that was the person I wanted to be with. But I think it's important that maybe these swords also do protect you. This card is often seen as somewhat negative because it identifies ourselves with our own anxieties and perplexing thoughts. However, I think also sit and look at these thoughts that's trapping you, because I think when we're in that mentality, that too is telling us something. You know, if your thoughts are really loud and trying to get your attention, that means that something maybe wasn't right or fulfilling, right? Because when something's good, when something's really good, we don't think that hard on it. We don't tie ourselves up with it. In fact, there's freedom in the true potential of our worth and our work. Okay, this is the Magician, and the Magician has on his table a wand, a sword, a cup, and a pentacle. And it's interesting to me and significant that your first 4 cards starts off that way. You have the swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles. So that tells me that you already have what you need. That whatever walked off or walked away, disappeared, didn't work out, wasn't meant for you anyway. And that you were meant to really have everything you have from within. That you have that satisfaction. That in fact, you have that satisfaction that somebody came in and probably stole it because they saw your energy and really liked it. Okay, so this is a card of potential, of willpower, of focusing all your strengths in one positive direction and going with it. This gives you the 9 of Cups. Okay, it doesn't put you, when you channel your energy properly, it doesn't give you the 8 of Swords. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these. 8 of Pentacles, please. 8 of Pentacles. From the 8 of Pentacles is the Justice. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra. If not, this tells me the scales maybe weren't balanced in this. This tells me that because this is a major arcana, this situation, relationship you're dealing with was something that had to be learned. You really had to understand that this situation that you're in has been happening perhaps for years, perhaps decades long. And that the universe, God, spirits, whatever you believe in, was trying to get your attention with this. The sword, the scales is things finally balancing out. And the sword is you taking action from past behaviors and cycles. So I think you're finally putting an end to something, which is really great. 7 of Wands, please. Seven of Wands. We also have the Five of Pentacles over the, I'll hold this up, over the Seven of Wands. So you fought with a lot of conviction and pride and passion for something that was leaving you out in the cold, wasn't really giving you your full value, your full committed relationship of whatever it might be. This is somebody who kind of likes just to be held down, like misery loves company. And so I think you really tried to bring it to a higher, better level, but this was unfortunately represents the energy that maybe you were toiling with. You didn't know it then because you were so fierce in making it work. But the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. It's frustrating because you're trying to break out of something. And lucky for you, something did break out. Something left. It moved on. That which doesn't stay was not meant for you. Knight of Cups brings in the Sun. As one energy leaves, another takes that space. So a lot has been illuminated by this disappointment, disappearance. The light of the Sun brings out the truth. It brings us back in balance with everything. So just your top cards, you have two major arcanas. So the truth is being illuminated. Little by little, step by step. It's not going to be all at once, but I think that you know that it's time to move on. Five of Cups, please. Five of Cups. You also have the Nine of Cups again. So this means a couple things. The Three of Cups that was knocked over. I think somebody was maybe a little greedy. I mean, as you can see, this guy is chowing down on a piece of turkey or something. So I think there was a little greed, self-satisfaction. Okay, whoever you were dealing with, whatever situation this was, maybe somebody didn't have your best interest. It was just me, me, me. Okay, but I think this is also indicated by the fact that the Two Cups behind him, there's better things to come. There's better things to come, and emotional stability can be replenished. Will be replenished. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Wands. This is what you want. This is the aim. You want something to celebrate. You don't want something to think about. You don't want to sit there connecting the dots forever, looking over at your gardening tool and wondering, like, why is this not working? You want something stable, something that has abundance and fulfillment involved. This is a celebration of life, something that gives gifts and light and positivity. Whatever the situation was, just wasn't giving you that Four of Wands. It wasn't giving you that celebration of life. Seven of Swords, please. What is the Seven of Swords? Once again, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So in this deck, it's funny that the man here is walking away, just like here. So somebody, look, literally stole a pentacle of yours. And like we said, maybe it's money. It doesn't have to be money. It could be anything that represents. You know, and that's a really tough situation to really look at. You know, it sucks when somebody, you know, deceives us, tricks us, sneaks away with something. It's just kind of being a little deceiving. So, you know, if that happened to you, I'm sorry. But this is the truth of it. That's the truth of the matter. And I think it's good that if you are still in that Five of, you know, Cups energy, you look down at those cups and you really look at the truth of it. That's all it is just seeing the reality to something and not staying in that cups of Knight of Cups illusion. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. A lot of pentacles here. Well, it's for Capricorn. So 8 of Pentacles. I think when you're working at something that you're really placing your energy into something that's fulfilling. You get, I think that's what it represents for me, just working hard at something that's fulfilling, that's aiming towards your higher good, your emotional fulfillment. It's okay also to be a little selfish. And I think maybe for you, it's a good place to be, at least at this point. Okay, so the next situation you work on, think of yourself more. Realize that, you know what, I have needs too. 7 of Swords, please. No, I'm sorry, 8 of Swords. Page of Swords. I think given the light of this, in the light of this with the sun, the Page of Swords will bring you in a new lighter perspective on the whole issue. I don't see this as somebody coming back and wanting to talk, but I do think this possibly could have been a past energy, and that it's a page. It wasn't very mature anyways. It wasn't ready to blossom into something bigger. Okay, so if this is somebody you were dealing with, it was a page. The conversation, the communication, your way of communicating, maybe it was just very immature. And it had you stuck, feeling like, wait, I want more than this. But I think also the situation will bring you in a lot more perspective. You'll see it for what it really was. Okay, and it's looking toward the Magician. So this is your true power. This is you taking back your power because you have it all on the table already. It's just about picking it up. And I think you see that. I think the Page of Swords is looking right at that Magician. Magician is also a healer. So I think, and this is the heart of your reading, so I think you're just in the middle of this really strong, important healing process. This is not just situational, like a minor breakup. I think this situation that you're dealing with really speaks to you because it's going to motivate you and put you in a new direction. So what is this Magician here? Yeah, great. You have the Emperor. I think this is what you're manifesting into. Somebody who has learned through many years of past disappointments, hardship, and now you are becoming more stable, more wise. You're going to put up those borders and boundaries where you can, where you need to. You're no longer going to be fighting frivolous situations with conviction for no reason, that it's only going to bring you this kind of energy. Okay? The Emperor is wise beyond his years. He knows what to do. He knows what true stability and discipline is. I think you maybe needed a little bit more restriction within your relationships. And this really, with the Magician and the Emperor, this is kind of what you're channeling, this kind of energy. More stable, significant, powerful, reliable. This is yourself. These two energies is you. This is what you're moving into. Once you take the whole roundabout circle inward into your the source of yourself. So this is a really great reading for you. I hope it resonated, and I think you're onto really great, wonderful things. So thank you for joining me. Just please don't forget to like, subscribe, and what's the other one? Like, subscribe, yeah, there we go, and comment. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.